Hello ladies, welcome to the channel of issues. I talk about them all, the female issues, the good ones, the bad ones, and the really tough ones that we don't want to talk about because we don't even want to deal with them. But unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with them. I am Charlotte. I am your big cousin or your favorite auntie or your sister. Sometimes I'm going to offer you some advice. Sometimes I'm just going to rant, and sometimes I do both. The issue that I'm going to talk about today is really not easy. It is a big black elephant in the Hollywood room. The other African American female METOO stories. We're not hearing about them. And I want to talk about the reason I think we're not hearing about them. I think it goes back to this deeply rooted, hurtful, emotional, mental code that we honor. The don't snitch, don't tell, don't rat each other out code. That code goes deep in the African American community. It goes way further than in the 30s where the cops didn't tell on each other. It goes way deeper when partners in crime would snitch on each other, because that's the real meaning of snitching, is when two partners in crime get caught and the one partner rats or snitch out the other partner in hopes that his punishment would be less. So he feels like if he put everything on his partner will go to jail and he can be set free. That's the real meaning of snitching. But it goes back, like I said, it's more deeply rooted than that. What it goes back to is the house slave who told and ratted out the field slave who was trying to escape. Okay? So the master would come, catch that field slave, and would torture him. Maybe he cut off his foot, or maybe he beat him so bad in front of his wife, in front of his kid. Maybe he beat him to near death. But the master made sure to tell the field slave which house slave snitched. That is a serious betrayal that is deeply rooted in our DNA. That hurt, that pain, that torture that field slave had to go through because a house slave told on him. So the don't snitch, the don't rat, the don't tell, that code is honored, not just in the streets, it's honored in our community. And I do believe that is the reason why we're not hearing a lot of METOO stories from our sisters, because they're holding on to this code. That's what I really believe is going on. And I have to say that because from a personal experience, that's one of the reasons why I am not saying anything. One is because I feel like I've only been through a little bit. I'm in the Hollywood in and out. I'm not in it big time. So the little bit of disrespect that I did experience was verbal. You're going out to dinner, you're going out to lunch, and you're talking about your project, and the executive is only talking sexual. He's only talking about his sexual fantasies. He's only talking about sexual acts. He's only talking about what he wants to do to you sexually. He's only inviting you to things where there may be sexual acts going on. Those are the little things that I've been through. And you just sit there and you're kind of torn, you know. And I got into a discussion with a friend, and he was like, well, I don't understand why they take so long to come out, or why they didn't say anything then. Well, personally, I can tell you the reason why I haven't said anything. It's because who am I? I'm this little, and this is a big executive. Who's going to believe me? Then the other part is, well, I'm tough. I can take it. You know, it's not like he touched me. It's not like he said anything to me, you know, that I haven't heard before. Because let's face it, as women, we're sexually harassed every day. We could just go to the gas station and somebody say something to us out of the way. So it's not like we're not used to it. So I think we've gotten this tough skin and this tough shell to just take it. And yes, I'm sitting there and I might have talked about business for 10 minutes and the rest of the hour and a half is about him talking about sexual fantasies to me, about disrespecting me the whole time. What am I going to do? It happens all the time. So just imagine on that little scale, if I'm not saying anything, imagine the bigger stories. Imagine the actress who got a role from a big time director. And he's like, oh, but you're going to play the love interest. You got to get naked. Oh, sure, she got to get naked because he wants to see her naked. because that's the only way he would see her naked, is to put her in a role and to make her naked. And it goes deeper than that. I'm sure there's stories of verbal abuse and physical abuse, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some rape going on. But again, with this Me Too that you don't hear, I do believe it's because of the code. I'm not going to rat. I'm not going to snitch. I'm not going to tell on my brother. And yes, brother, because in the African American community, we also have this thing where it doesn't even matter if we're related or not. When it's us against the authority or us against the others, we come together. I will protect even my predator against the authorities because I feel that deeply connected to him. Yes, he may have violated me, but at the end of the day, I'm happy for him. I'm actually proud that he actually made it to a level that most won't. And you understand that. You see why African Americans, how we get on this cheerleading band for one of ours that make it. Because we know we don't make it to that level. So when one of us do make it to that level, we're cheering for that person. So now that this person has become our predator, it's mixed emotions. You're looking at this person, you're like, oh my God, I was just cheering this person on. I was saying, wow, I'm so happy for him. I'm so glad that he's made it. I know his mother and his father and his kids and his wife and everybody's so proud of him. I'm proud of him. He's black. I'm black. And here he is disrespecting me. Here he is saying all this sexual stuff. Here he is touching me. Here he is forcing himself on me. That is just a mental mind, if you know what I mean. I don't want to say it, but you understand what I'm trying to say. And I just wanted to do this video because that's a tough issue that I know our sisters are going through right now. A lot of them probably want to say something and they're just torn. They don't know if they should hold on to the code or if they should say something. So to my sisters who have a bigger story, a deeper story, and you don't know what to do, just know whatever you decide, I support you. I pray for you because I know it's not easy. I feel for you. I feel your pain. And I just wanted other people to understand and to know that there are other Me Too stories and they may be silent, but they are real. They are out there and they are real. So please understand that and please know it. You may not hear it, but please know it is going on. There are predators in our community that are executives that are violating our women. It is happening. And what I want to say to those predators, you better hope and pray that these sisters hold on to that code and don't rat your rotten ass out. So what I will say in this video is, if you are a predator, maybe moving forward, you should look at your actions and you should decide today, I'm not going to continue to be that way. I'm going to change my ways. Maybe you could reach out to some of your victims because you do know who they are. You do know you owe an apology. Maybe you try that, but you need to do something. But I'm telling you, if these ladies decide to start coming out, you're going to get what you deserve. And I want to say to our community, do not go against that woman. Do not say, oh, she ratted, she snitched, because this is something totally different. If the women decide to come out and tell their story, they're not snitching. This is not the same. And that was the point that I really wanted to get to. It is not the same. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe today. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I know this one was a tough one. It was tough for me to get through it because I am very angry. I'm very emotional, but it is real. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to keep it 100%, to deal with our issues. And that's what I do.